In 2017, blockchain was booming. Many projects were able to raise a ton of money with ICOs. In 2018, the bubble popped off and everybody thought that blockchain was over. But in 2020, blockchain came back stronger than ever with a new trend called DeFi. DeFi or decentralized finance is all about reinventing finance but on the blockchain in smart contract. It's growing fast and it has a lot of money in it. As a DeFi developer, you can make $100,000 a year, and I'm being really conservative. And if you launch your own project, you can make millions, like this DeFi developer who made 14 millions for just 7 days of work. So in this video, I'm going to explain how you can become a DeFi developer in 3 steps. I'm going to give you a very specific study plan with everything you need to learn in the right order. Everybody can do it, even non-technical people. And if you don't know me, I'm Julien, and on my channel EatTheBlocks, I teach DeFi, blockchain development, and how to find your first blockchain job. And before we continue, quick mention to my new upcoming course on DeFi development. If you want to be notified when it comes out, register with the link down below. The big mistake of many people who want to become DeFi developers is to start the right way with DeFi. DeFi is built on many other technologies, so we need to start with the foundation first. DeFi is built on blockchain and blockchain is built on the web. So the first step is to start with web development. Web development can be pretty big. You have front-end, back-end, DevOps, databases, security, etc. You also have all these languages, Python, Ruby, JavaScript. Do you have to know all of this? Nope. You only need to focus on what is relevant for blockchain. Blockchain applications are front-end heavy and don't have much in the back-end, so you need to focus on the front-end. When you know front-end development, you will be able to build web applications that work in web browsers. So in terms of technologies for front-end, you need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. HTML is for the structure of your web pages. CSS is for the style. JavaScript is for making your web pages dynamic. And React is a JavaScript framework used to simplify the code of highly dynamic website. This is pretty much standard in the industry. Everybody uses this framework. You also need to learn the basics of HTTP requests, which are used to exchange data on the internet. In terms of tooling, you need to get familiar with a code editor like VS Code. That's where you will spend time coding. You also need to learn the terminal. That's where you will run a couple of commands. The terminal always looks very scary to non-coders, but there isn't much to it. You just have to know a few commands. You also need to become familiar with the Chrome Developer Console. This is very useful to do some debugging with console log statements. And you also need to know the basics of Node.js and NPM. Node.js is basically JavaScript running on a server, and a lot of the tooling for the front end uses Node.js and NPM. So how long will this take you? Well, depending on where you're coming from, probably a few weeks to a few months. One thing is very important. Don't rush through web development and go straight to DeFi or blockchain, because you are going to miss a lot of foundational knowledge and you're going to struggle. So once you feel like you can create simple web applications, the next step is to get into blockchain development. Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, there are tons of different blockchains. A typical newbie mistake is to try to study many different blockchains at the same time. This is super confusing. The reason why we want to study blockchain is because we want to get into DeFi development. If you look at the transaction volume for DeFi applications, you will find that on Ethereum, this is way higher than on other blockchains like EOS or Tron. So DeFi is mostly happening on Ethereum, so you can focus on Ethereum and ignore the other blockchains. So next, how can we get started with Ethereum? A lot of people wrongly assume that being a blockchain developer means that you have to be some sort of hardcore developer who does super complex stuff. This is only true if you create the software of Ethereum itself. That's what we call core blockchain development. But for DeFi, we build application on top of the blockchain. That's what we call decentralized applications. This is the architecture of a decentralized application. First, you have a smart contract that lives on the blockchain. This is a small program that stores and manipulates the data of your application on the blockchain. Then you have the front end, which is a user interface to easily interact with the smart contract. It can be a web or mobile app. And we also have the wallet where users keep their private keys to sign transactions. What we have to build ourselves is only the smart contract and the front end. We don't manage the rest. To create a smart contract on Ethereum, we use a programming language called Solidity, so you need to learn it. To create the front end of a decentralized application, we use web technology, and I already covered that in the previous section. The part that is specific to the blockchain for the front end is the integration with the smart contract, and for that we use a JavaScript library called Web3. We also need to integrate the front end to the wallet. There are many different wallets for Ethereum, but you should be familiar with MetaMask, a Chrome extension that is very popular. Once you know all of this, you will be able to build a full decentralized application. And the next step is to learn DeFi development. DeFi is moving super fast. Every week comes with its lot of drama, new project, new market events, and the big mistake of many newbies is to try to follow every single news, every single new project. It's impossible and will only make you confused. Before trying to understand such or such project, you need to learn the building blocks of DeFi. You need to understand how token works like ERC20, ERC721, and stablecoins like DAI. You need to understand how decentralized exchange work, including liquidity pools. You need to understand the concept of yield farming, and you need to understand the concept of flash loans. Once you know these building blocks, you can look at specific projects. Since everything is open source, it's very easy to just copy and paste a project and rebrand it. So you will find a lot of trash in the new DeFi project. So here are a couple of projects that are important and popular. You have to know about them. So first we have Uniswap, a decentralized exchange. Then we have Compound, a lending platform. We have Aave, another lending platform known for having created Flash Loan. Then we have Curve, another decentralized exchange with an optimized pricing algorithm for stablecoins. Then we have Yearn Finance, a tool to optimize the yield of your portfolio in DeFi. Then we have DYDX, which is an advanced decentralized exchange where you can do margin trading. And if you want to have a more complete list of important DeFi projects, you can check out DeFiPulse.com. And once you know all of this, it's time to build your own DeFi project and play the money Lego game. For that, you are going to create your own smart contracts and integrate them with the smart contract of other DeFi projects. DeFi is all about composability, so your project will gain a lot of value if it integrates with the existing ecosystem. Okay, so now you know what to do to become a DeFi developer. To do step 1, learn web development, and step 2, learn blockchain development. You can check out my course 6-Figure Blockchain Development, links below. For step 3, learn DeFi development, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Quick mention to my new course on DeFi development. Also, on my channel, you'll find a ton of tutorials about DeFi development. And another playlist that might interest you on my channel is about career advice for blockchain developers. I explain how to get your first blockchain job, how to get a remote job, etc. So you still have a lot of stuff to watch on EatTheBlocks. Peace.